How about that TikTok of Howie Mandel talking about and posting a picture of a prolapsed anus?
What?
This is a real thing that happened.
No.
I'm not kidding.
Okay, well, I'm not eating the rest of my dinner then.
Oh, I apologize. I didn't know you were still eating.
You just wasted half of a pulled pork sandwich. I hope you know.
Hell of a way to open up an episode. Holy shit.
You gotta intro this shit or not?
I guess I technically did. Welcome back to the Derailed Podcast. I'm Kaba. He is Fish.
I hate you.
You're sounding a little robotronic, my friend.
Yeah, internet's a little fucky right now.
Okay, you sound better now anyways. Anyways, yeah, we record this fucking show remotely. Want to fight about it? Hell of a fucking intro. We're all over the place. So, as of recording this episode, me and Fish have both finally seen Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
I have so many thoughts.
I really want to hear your thoughts, just because I've had my own thoughts rolling around in my head for when did it come out on Disney Plus? On the 22nd of June, so
Ish.
a good while now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to hear your thoughts on it.
So the three main bullet points, and I'm sure we'll get into it at some point later.
Oh, absolutely.
1. It had a lot of really good horror elements. I wish they went harder. I wish they would have gone full bore horror movie and not held back.
Oh, if fucking huge spoilers, let's just put our spoiler warning here, because I'm about to say something huge. If Sam Raimi had his way about it, Wanda would have looked the way she did when she killed Xavier throughout the entire movie.
That is totally fair, and I wish that was the case. So 1, I wish they would have gone harder with the horror.
Yeah.
Although I loved what I got. 2, oh my god, that was brutal! Why you gotta do Black Bolt like that?
Dude, I personally loved the way that Reed Richards went out.
That's pretty good too, and that actually transitions beautifully into my number 3. Oh my god, the cameos!
Yeah, I was absolutely blown away by the fact that they actually did the fan casting and made John Krasinski Reed Richards.
Dude, I actually
honestly,
did the fucking DiCaprio meme. I just pointed at the screen like, those mad lads, they did it.
And that's why I was honestly even happier when he got turned into fucking blue spaghetti, because everybody shit themselves and were like, what the fuck?
The Lord giveth, and the Lord taketh away.
And the Lord rippeth and teareth away.
Oh my god.
But I am actually very surprised. Like, me and the fiance both were super surprised at the level of violence they were able to get away with in that scene.
Oh yeah. And the way that the oil from the Ultron bots.
Yeah.
Fucking the color of it makes it legit look like blood. And it's just like, oh, she went straight Evil Dead. I love it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And the other cameo, Patrick Stewart. Like,
yes.
I know you mentioned it, but like, I gotta draw attention to it. Oh my god!
Dude, and the fact that they did the 90s animated series theme when he came on screen, I lost it, dude.
Wait, legit?
Yeah.
Like the doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, dude.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
As soon as he comes on screen, the music goes. It's the greatest fucking thing ever.
I probably couldn't hear it over my own belligerent screaming.
Which is understandable. Let's be real here.
I'm glad you understand.
Now, since we are on the topic of talking about this universe and its characters, I wanted to bring up something that I had thought about for a while after I watched the movie, and then it made sense. I can't remember what article I read. I can't remember where it was from. It could have even been an interview. I'm not 100% sure. But one of the things that kind of bugged me was just like, okay, I get it. Like, you know, the battle with Thanos still fucking happened, but where the fuck were all the other Avengers? Well, this, once again, source material I cannot fucking remember. This is definitely not my own thinking, because I'm not smart enough to think about this kind of shit.
Fair.
Universe 838 not only is a universe where the Illuminati exists, but it is also a universe where Ultron just worked. You have to remember that when Tony Stark created Ultron, it wasn't meant to be malicious.
Right.
Like, it just, as the memes say, it took one look at the internet and said, fuck this planet.
I'm a nuke it and everything on it. How dare you?
Oh, jeez. Starting with the small former Soviet state. Is that not what Sokovia was?
No, it was, but I'm not going to say what I was thinking of saying.
Oh, Jesus.
Patriotism, America.
But, yeah, but in this universe, Ultron worked. That's why specifically, like, the quote-unquote, the literal Ultron bots, that's why they were everywhere. Tony Stark created Ultron, and it just worked in this universe. Ultron didn't go fucking crazy. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. And basically, he just stood back and looked at everyone and went, okay, who wants to retire? And they all fucking did. Which, you know, once Thanos started cropping up, because, you know, he was definitely still out there causing hell.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, that was when the Illuminati had to form. Okay, one of the things that I will say about this movie, probably my one criticism of it, which I think a lot of other people have, but I don't have it for the same reason. This movie has a lot of missed potential, and I'm not talking about in the department of cameos. I think what we got was perfectly fine.
Oh, dude, we got a live-action Captain Carter. I could not be happier.
Exactly. So, like, I cannot be upset about that. But what I am upset about is the fact that, in all truth, we really only got to see two different realities. We got to see...
we got snippets of the in-betweens.
Exactly. We got little snippets of, you know, shit here and there. But the only two that we really lingered on was 838 and I think it had been through an incursion, right? Mimi, shut up. Shut it. But yeah, that's what it was, right? It was a universe that had suffered an incursion at the hands of Strange.
Their Strange went to another time that faced the incursion itself. They were just privy to that knowledge and... Also, I fucking love how poetic it was. That it's just like he was actually killed by kindness. It was sorry. The Canadian curse strikes again. But oh no, what's it? Attenuation. He's got to be dying over there.
But
there he is. But yeah. So that 838, right? That universe is Strange went to another world. That caused an incursion in that universe. That universe then imploded. He came back and then was sorried.
Yeah.
And well, we saw what happened there. But But yeah, outside of that, yeah, it was only between 616 and 838. Although I'm so glad that they finally fucking name dropped our universe. Like, finally.
But the thing is it's not. This is me being like super like actually here. Like, the MCU isn't 616 though.
Oh yeah, that's right. Isn't it its own continuity?
Yeah,
That's separate.
it's universe 1. I think it's 199,999.
Huh.
Something like that. It's one with an atrocious amount of nines. So I'm not exactly sure what that's all about, because now what they're implying is that the MCU shares continuity with the main comic book continuity. Or this is Kevin Feige and Marvel Studio and Disney being like, no, the MCU is, has no place in the fucking comic book universe. It does not exist in the comic book universe. That is why we are calling the main continuity 616 in the MCU. Which,
there it is. Yeah, I looked it up. It's Earth 199,999.
So yeah, an absurd amount of nines.
Yeah, but in universe it is labeled 616. In Multiverse of Madness.
Right, yeah. Yeah, as cool as the visual was, I was super happy with it. It was super dope. Kind of bummed that Zombie Strange was just him walking in his dead body. You know what I mean?
Although that's pretty fucking metal. Let's be real though.
That is the most one of the most metal fucking things that I had ever heard of. But it really got my hopes up for being like, oh my god, we're gonna actually see a live action zombie from the Marvel Zombies universe.
Unfortunately, no. We gotta wait for Doctor Strange 3 for that one.
Yeah, the post-credit scene, it was interesting. It was definitely, mainly just because I have no fucking idea who the character is that showed up.
I'm not sure who the character is supposed to be. I'm sure I'll find out eventually. But like, is that just me, or is like, no, it can't be. I had the thought of like, wait, is that like, why am I blanking on her name? Kate Blanchett.
No.
No, it's not. But like, I don't know why I had that thought of like, hey dipshit, that's Hella. I'm like, they fucking did not. But like, you know how like your brain convinces you for a second.
Okay,
like,
but like,
I remember having that reaction right quick.
that honestly just reminds me of a thing I saw earlier today, where apparently Taika Waititi forgot Natalie Portman was already in a trilogy of Star Wars movies. Apparently.
Wow, what?
Yeah. Apparently, while they were working on Love and Thunder, he approached her to be in his Star Wars movie that he's working on. And he totally forgot that she was already in 3 of them.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I thought that was absolutely fucking hilarious. Oh, shit.
Yeah, no, finally my brain is clicked. That's Charlize Theron. But I'm real interested to see like who she's actually supposed to be. Clea? Clea? Clea?
I don't even know the character, so how would I know how to pronounce her name?
fucking you're up on comics more than I am at the moment.
Mainly Spider-Man.
Okay, fair enough. You got that one. But yeah, I'm not sure.
But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing where
she's an alternate Doctor Strange. I'm fucking dumb. That's why.
All right, moving on. The sky is slowly changing color.
Yeah, it does that. What was that? No, I actually didn't hear it. Stop laughing at me and say what you said.
I literally said the sky is changing color.
Yeah, it does that. Nature's fucking weird. Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. I thought it was a good movie. I thought it had a lot of missed potential just as far as like exploring different universes and seeing different Stranges, at least. Like, it's like, obviously, you know, you can't expect too much with the cameos that we got with the Illuminati. So, like, I don't know why anybody was expecting more than that, to be honest with you. But then again, people get their fucking hopes up, and especially when it comes to the multiverse, it's not a good thing.
Yeah, fair.
Like, just because it's like, what people were expecting from this movie was like, oh, the reveal of the full Fantastic Four, and like, the X-Men, and Deadpool, and I think at one point there was a rumor floating around of fucking Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man showing up in the movie. Like...
Why? He already got an extended minor part? Extended cameo? He got a lot in
I mean, he was pretty much in most of the, I would say, like, last 45 minutes.
Yeah, so was in quite a bit of it. So, I'm just kind of curious, like, okay, why give him even more? Although it is Raimi, so
exactly, and that's why everybody thought it was like a for sure thing, is because it's like, oh man, fucking Raimi's working on this movie. They just did some multiverse shit with this guy. Raimi could totally fucking get this guy to show up for this fucking movie. Wasn't fucking true. We did get a Bruce Campbell cameo, however, but I'm pretty sure that's in like all of Sam Raimi's contracts. Like every contract that Sam Raimi signs, there's a clause in there. It's called the chin clause, and it's literally the clause that states that Bruce Campbell must have a cameo in the flick.
Yeah, no, basically. I also love the Evil Dead reference where he's just beating the shit out of himself.
Yes, I absolutely loved that.
I do have to applaud them for the one jump scare that fucking got me.
Oh?
Yeah, there was a jump scare that actually got me.
I honestly can't think of where there was a jump scare.
Dude, when Strange and America were in the bunker and fucking the door slams shut on Scarlet Witch, and then she just busts through the shadows like on the right side of the screen, actually fucking made me jump because I was fully expecting her to just rip through the door, and then she's just like, boo.
I don't know, maybe I've been desensitized to stuff like that, but like, I don't know, maybe that's what I expected her to do. I don't know, just because like illusions are her whole thing. I don't know.
Yeah, but I wasn't thinking about that. I kind of went back whenever it's something like horror related. I kind of default to paranormal activity mode. Always look at the background.
Got it.
And so like I'm just looking at like every fucking piece of the screen that I can see around where the door is to see the tiniest little hint of something happening. So then, of course, my attention is not being paid to front and fucking center. where this crazy bitch just decides to boo.
Yeah, oh my god, I was absolutely, like, literally the plot of this movie was Wanda is trying to kill a child. Like,
But yeah,
literally, the
that moment
driving
turned
plot.
my tidy whities a different shade. I hate that you put it that way because it's not wrong.
It's not. He's out of line, but he's right. But he has a point.
Going back to another MCU property.
Oh man. Yeah. See, and now at this point, I am, with all of the different shows that they have going on, I'm very interested to see what's going to be going on in the MCU, because as of right now, it seems like the only two that are like fairly disconnected from the plot are, and correct me if I'm wrong, and when I mean the plot, I just mean, like, you know, the bigger picture of whatever is building up, are Clint and Sam and Bucky. Like, they are all still in the middle of their own, like, side plots while all of this is happening.
Yeah, you know, battling racism and trying to get home for Christmas.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Like, shit, up until a few days ago, we didn't even know what fucking the Guardians were up to.
Up until a few days ago. Did a trailer drop and I didn't realize?
No, fucking, they're in Love and Thunder.
Oh, that's right. I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it either, but they're in a lot of the promotional material.
I haven't seen any of the promotional stuff either.
Oh, wow. Fucking amazing.
No, I'm just blind deaf and fucking stupid. Like at most times. Plus I've been in a fucking courthouse the last 2.5 weeks.
I've been in a box.
For those who need context, I'm serving on a jury right now. It's an interesting time.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I know the release was not too long ago. I haven't gone to see it yet. I may not go to see it just because, like, the Thor movies for me just haven't hit the same way. And, like, I completely understand outside of Dark World, because Dark World's meant to be more serious. Some people say it hits the mark, some people say it doesn't. Actually, most people say it doesn't. I don't agree, but whatever. The other ones, like, he's meant to be, like, kind of campy and you know, not serious and that sort of stuff, which is why, like, especially Ragnarok was such a big hit.
Yeah, I think that's why a lot of people find that Dark World misses the mark, is because it's, granted, yes, Thor does have these very serious storylines, but they're not always his most popular. The most popular ones are where he's essentially being a god. You know what I mean? He's jovial, he's fucking jolly, but he'll kill someone.
Yeah, actually, I was just reading a couple of pages from, like, actually, I think it's called Thor: God of Thunder number, I think, like 3 and 4 or something like that. Just reading a couple of pages from those excerpts, and it's just like no, straight up, they're gods, but it's like, you know, so somebody, the main antagonist in that series, like, cuts off a couple of limbs of one of the other guys, the god of the hunt. I don't recall his name off the top of my head, but it's just like, it was a very serious moment, because it's just like, you know, Thor, be careful, you know, he was able to take me out. It's just like, you know, keep an eye out for everybody. You don't know where he's gonna come from. And it's just like, yeah, I completely understand. Now, take your leave, your hunt is ended. And fucking bisects him.
Jesus.
And it's just like, fucking reading through those panels is just like, oh my god. I have no context for what's going on, and that still kind of hit me hard. In a really weird way. It's just like, that was just like, oh my god. Well, I can only imagine what the rest of that fucking run was, but that's an example of like that was serious and that was good.
Right.
But I didn't really think that the Dark World missed the mark. It was just a more serious take, which I get not everyone's gonna be for where Thor is concerned, but I enjoyed it.
Right. See, the main thing that interests me about this one is particularly the fact that Christian Bale is playing the villain Gore the God Butcher. And the thing that really interests me about that, and this was confirmed in a recent interview that I saw with him, was after the Dark Knight series, he had essentially, like, sworn off. He didn't, like, swear off of comic book movies, but, like, he just wouldn't do any of them because he didn't find them interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, apparently when he got together with Taika for the script for this movie, he fell in love with the fucking character and agreed to do it, like, almost immediately.
Fucking the only piece of media that I've seen where with like Christian Bale like with this role is it was an interview and the guy asks, like, I don't remember what the question was, but he asks a question and there is like 17 seconds straight of just absolute silence and you hear Bale go, well, and then it just cuts. I watched that video like 10 or 15 times. It fucking killed me.
Oh my god. Well, see, the main thing that appeals to me about this character, particularly being in this movie and just in the MCU in general, is the weapon that he wields. Apparently, it's called the Necrosword.
Oh?
Who else do we know in the Marvel Universe that wields the Necrosword, Fish?
I don't know about Necrosword, but first person that comes to mind with a sword that's just like gotta, like, it's that chaotic is fucking first one that comes to mind for me is Null.
Yeah, his sword is the Necrosword.
Really?
He created the blade. It's the, you know, right, we've talked about this before. It's the whole reason that the weakness of the symbiotes is fire and sound.
Yeah, I don't think I ever remembered that it was called the Necrosword, but I do remember the origin of the Clintar.
Yeah, the name of the sword that he forged was the Necrosword. So essentially, with this sword currently being in the MCU and them doing their research like I know they know how to do, a part of Venom has been introduced into the MCU. Another part, I should say.
So Null being a main antagonist confirmed?
Maybe at some point.
Honestly, that'd be really fucking cool.
Dude, that would be fucking sick. We would have to go through, you know, we would have to go through the entire Black Suit saga with Spidey. Mm-hmm. We'd have to get some Venom. And Carnage would also have to be established too, because he played a big role in that arc.
Mm-hmm.
So I think once we would have, I think we would have to establish, like, the entire, like, not the entire line of symbiotes that exists today, but, like, I would definitely say, like, the big ones, like Agent Venom, Carnage, yeah, just Venom, period. Like,
yeah.
These major players would have to be established first for the Null storyline to even start to roll.
So, Spider-Man acquisition 2024.
God, we need it. Because let's be honest, I mean, I think we literally talked about this just last week, or a couple weeks ago. Fucking, Sony doesn't know what they're doing with these properties.
If Morbius tells us anything, they really don't.
They really don't. Like, yes, Venom got lukewarm reactions, and I think that's just because they did the character better justice than Spider-Man 3 did. But at least Spider-Man 3 had the correct origin story.
Yeah.
Like, that is the...
And again, they weren't doing they weren't... I don't think they were doing a Venom origin story. I think they were doing, well, ultimately, a Lethal Protector origin story, which still kind of works.
And you thought Lethal Protector was a shit name. That's because it is.
Kind of is.
Shut up.
But I'm not getting into that. But no, I'm not going to get into that. But it was less... I feel like what they're doing with Venom is less origin for Venom and more an origin for Lethal Protector.
Yeah, that's
or
definitely...
at least that's their ultimate goal.
No, that's definitely what they're doing, because they definitely... They borrowed a lot from, like, a lot of the Lethal Protector series for the first movie, and for the second movie, they took a lot from Maximum Carnage as well.
Yeah, I mean, look at key locations.
Yeah, exactly.
Lethal Protector, that whole storyline starts off in San Fran, if I remember correctly, right?
Yes, because I think someone's gonna probably be able to correct me on this, but after their first encounter, it was technically considered their final encounter. Spider-Man and Venom came to an agreement. We're never gonna fucking be able to end each other. It's always gonna come to a fucking stalemate. Let's just call it fucking here. And Eddie essentially was just like, I'll fuck off to San Francisco and do my own thing there. And I think that's basically... So, yeah, you would be... I think I'm correct in that. So, yeah, basically this is... It's picking up on an Eddie who has already had his dealings with Peter Parker.
Presumably, because we still haven't fucking seen Spider-Man in there yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so GG no re, get out of my city. And then here we are.
I'm sorry.
GG no re,
Get out of my
get out
city.
of my city. Yes.
Alrighty then.
Tell me I'm wrong. I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker.
Oh shit. But yeah, I mean, we got completely off topic there. But honestly, well, not really, because we're talking about the future of the MCU here. I'm not sure where the MCU is headed. I know for sure I definitely want to see Moon Knight join, get together with some of the groups. I don't know how you would ever swing that crossover, because who the fuck else would be in the UK?
I want to see a Moon Knight Deadpool buddy cop movie.
Dude, there was a team up. I don't remember what it was, but I remember... God, who was it? Oh, no. Yeah. It was, a team up that I didn't know I needed in my life. Moon Knight, Deadpool, Venom, Ghost Rider, and Spider-Man.
Oh my god! How would Spidey not try to unalive himself at some point? How?
I think that's what would make it the best part, is because Spidey would literally be the only voice of reason in the group.
I swear to God, if you don't shut the fuck up, I will web up your lungs.
He could too, and that's the scary part.
Yeah!
Can we just take a moment and appreciate fucking Spidey actually going easy on a lot of these fuckwads over the years? Because if he hadn't have been, we would have seen some fucked up shit.
Oh, yeah. Fucking, if there's any, perfect encapsulation of that, it's, why am I blanking on the name? It's when Doc Ock takes over Peter's body.
Oh, yeah, Superior Spider-Man.
Superior Spider-Man, thank you. my brain's not working today. I was in court. But
that
yeah,
sounds amazing without context.
fucking Superior Spider-Man is just like fucking, oh damn, like fucking it's Doc Ock in Peter's body, like Doc Ock's brain in Peter's body, or the consciousness or whatever. And it's just like, goddamn, he really pulled his punches. Like, he could have easily killed
Everyone.
fucking anybody.
Oh yeah, I think he's fighting Rhino. And he just barely hits Rhino in the jaw and takes his fucking jaw off. And he's like,
yeah, it's just like, damn.
Oh my god, Parker's been holding back this whole time.
I could have fucking died.
I could have been a corpse years ago. Good thing I pulled the old switcheroo on him. What a mean trick.
What a mean trick.
That's literally what I think of every time I think of the Superior Spider-Man storyline. Just the old switcheroo. What a mean trick.
God bless Chris Pontius.
Oh,
the fucking
shit.
banana hammock.
Oh my god. But yeah. Yeah, I want to see Moon Knight get involved with some people. We definitely need Deadpool to show up in the MCU already. Apparently, there was plans to have a nod to his existence in Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, that would have been amazing. Just like, fuck it. I would love to have seen, so it's like that in-between world where the book. Where like the book was located like between dimensions. And like actually I would have loved to have had a scene where they have to traverse through doors a la Monsters Inc. style in order to get to the book. And one of the doors that they open, it's just Deadpool on the shitter going, "Hey, fucko, can you knock?"
You fucking Americans.
No respect. Get out of here, turd burglar, and just slams the door.
That would have been great. What it turns out is what they had planned is in the scene where they're like warping through all the different universes. In one of them, what they were going to do is in the background, there was going to be like a bunch of like essentially like posters of Deadpool in the background. And it was going to basically be like a universe where, well, Deadpool was worshipped, essentially, I think. Because like it was like it was like posters upon posters stacked upon each other. But that was going to be the first acknowledgement of Deadpool's existence in the MCU. But
that would have been so good.
But why
didn't they do it?
I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. All right, folks, you should know the drill by this point. It's announcement time. First up on the agenda, we actually decided to expand our social media game a little bit. Instead of promoting the podcast specifically through mine and Fish's own personal Twitters, we actually just decided to use a joint Twitter account that we already had reserved. So, if you want to stay updated with all things Derailed Podcast, be sure to follow us on Twitter at NimrodEntYT. That's Nimrod, ENTYT. Considering that the shorts are a media format that would be right at home over on TikTok, we decided to make a TikTok as well. So if you want another place to view our shorts, go follow us over there at the Derailed Podcast. That's right, we managed to somehow just get that. And since the search bar can get a little finicky now again on TikTok, I've included a link in this week's episode description to get you there faster. Alright, next up, we're still trying to figure out the audio issues. We're still not sure what is going on. As of recording this announcement for you guys, we've done a little bit more troubleshooting, and we think we have a solid option figured out. But that remains to be seen until we record and I edit that next episode. And finally, as always, we've got our 4 initiative news. And once again, there's not really much outside of just reminding you of the schedule change. They're going every other week, every Sunday and Friday, in that order. So, for example, this coming Friday, they're doing a stream, and then they'll be taking the next week off. And this is me just realizing that I have completely neglected every week at this point to tell you what time the stream starts at. It starts at 7 p.m. Pacific time. So for just a quick recap, here it is. Every other Sunday and Friday, in that order, at 7 p.m. on twitch.tv/streamforinitiative. All right, that does it for announcements this week. Let's get back into what these jackasses are talking about. All right, so I'll be the first to fucking admit, I am super fucking late to this party.
Yeah, that's usually how that goes. Which party are we talking about?
I'm talking about the Stranger Things party. Especially,
oh yeah, 100%.
Especially for me being someone who is as infatuated with the 80s as I am. Like it
Actually, yes.
It is honestly a damn shame that I literally just within the last couple of weeks completely caught up on Stranger Things from seasons 1 to 4.
Well, you're further than I am because I haven't watched any of season 4 yet.
Dude, I gotta say, it was honestly really nice to just be able to watch through the last 4 seasons without any major cliffhangers until now.
Yeah, from what I'm hearing, because I already got fucking heavily spoiled.
You know what? I got heavily spoiled too on some major things, but we were talking about this the other day when we were planning the podcast. I got spoiled on a lot of things too, but honestly, it was the answers of how we got to the things that I got spoiled that I literally didn't even care that those major things got spoiled by that point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for fuck's sake, I had honestly a few things about the final season spoiled, about shit, literally the entire series spoiled for me. But I was literally enthralled the entire time. It wasn't like one of those situations like I was talking about with Star Wars last week, where it's just when they do things that are pre fucking that are pre movies that are already out, it's there's not really any stakes, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But with this, I don't know why I felt the complete opposite. When it comes to the main fucking characters, everybody makes it through 1 through 3, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's already been stated, Fish here isn't caught up on season 4, so I am going to do my absolute best not to spoil things that he doesn't already know about the things that have been spoiled for him. Try saying that 5 times fast.
Oh, you mean like this? Spoiler warning for fucking Stranger Things season 4. Max is brain dead.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's a thing.
Fucking found that out because of so I have a friend who she follows the Stranger Things news and stuff on Twitter, and they put out by the way, fuck that Twitter handle, because none of their posts have any kind of hashtag spoilers or anything like that. And it no indication of oh yeah, it's just a news thing.
Yeah.
It's just it's just oh, Duffer Brothers confirm for season 5 that she's brain dead, she's not actually dead. And I'm just what?
Who?
When did this happen? Yeah, I'm when the fuck did this happen? Because I saw the promotional shit, and I thought she got out, she got out of the Upside Down and away from Vecna. It's just but by this point, I could give a flying fuck about other spoilers, because I'd basically seen it already.
No, but it's not about the treasure; it's about the journey.
The journey ain't gonna pay my bills. Shut up.
That was genius.
But yeah, so
that's literally how I approach all of Fallout.
But yeah, so it's just like it was just like an offhand, like I'm scrolling through, it's like, oh, new post from Markiplier, uploaded a new video. Oh, Jacksepticeye's fucking like birthday or some shit. It's like, oh, tits, tits, tits. Okay, yeah, cool. Tits. Philip DeFranco, tits. And then all of a sudden, oh yeah, Max is brain dead, confirmed. It's like, fucking excuse you? Can I backtrack like 5 seconds and just go back to tits? I'm not okay now.
Oh shit. Well, all right. We're gonna kind of like do like a small like review slash kind of breakdown of like each season. We're gonna try to cover the first two in this episode, and then we'll cover the other two at another point in time after Fish is finished off season 4. So first of all, the first thing that I want to bring up about this show, because it's I think almost what this opens up on is kind of like just the emphasis on D&D. I absolutely love it. How like so much of like the upside down and the things within it are related to Dungeons and Dragons. I absolutely love it.
And of course, it's just like you turn the corner and you come upon the Demogorgon in its like its OG double-headed glory.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, the thing that
it was so fucking good.
The thing that I have to keep reminding myself of, but at the same time it's also genius that they've done this, is it's just like, well, fuck, these aren't the actual creatures from D&D. They're just calling them based on these creatures' behavior. And I love that.
Yeah, and that's why, like, yeah, exactly. So it's like later on when we've got, like, the Mind Flayer and fucking Vecna, it's just like, oh, I already have an idea of how that's gonna go.
Oh, yeah, especially with the
I've
Mind
actually
Flayer.
Gone against this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With the Mind Flayer, it's like, oh, God, everybody's gonna die. Oh, shit.
The only thing that's missing from like the Mind Flayer thing, which I love the interpretation, but the only thing that's like missing that would have made it better, like the little Zoidberg mouth, little.
I was about to say more tentacles.
Yeah, just that just would have been ice, like the cherry icing, whatever. Fucking, my brain is done right now.
But
I was in court today. I'm just gonna try and bring that up as much as I can.
Oh my fucking god!
Because I can't. The trial is still ongoing as of the recording, so I can't actually talk about it. But it's just like I was in court today. Just yeah.
Oh shit. So, okay. We're not really going to have any sort of structure to how we talk about these seasons. I'm just going to kind of highlight things as we go along.
Objection. I'm sorry.
Objection, hearsay. So one of the things that really kind of bugged me, but also like made me keep watching the series was like how stereotypical some characters started out to be. If that makes any sense at all.
Kind of. Who in particular?
Steve in particular. And honestly, Nancy both. Like, obviously Nancy, shows that she has a heart, earlier on than Steve does.
Mm-hmm. But
I actually think it's an amazing development for Steve. Like, I actually saved a meme right before you called me, actually, because I wanted to fucking bring it up, because it so accurately just describes all of this.
Alright, send it on over. I want to see it.
Oh no, it's just something that I'm gonna read.
Oh, fuck you.
Steve Harrington in season 1 of Stranger Things is the most character. he did some bad stuff and immediately went, "Oh, beans, that wasn't cool. I better go apologize." At which point the plot he'd been blissfully unaware of for the entirety of the show immediately tried to eat him. And that is why Steve
Also, I love
was my
that.
favorite character of season 1.
Also, I fucking love that. It's just like, Nancy, come on. I'm trying to apologize here. Get the gun out of my face, please.
That is one of my favorite fucking scenes in all of television history now. But also, okay, one of the things that really does bother me about Steve is the unnecessary flourish that he always does with the bat.
Oh, that's a motif by that point. Fuck it, that's an ongoing joke that I need in every season. Every season. I really hope they did it in season 4.
From what I can recall, I believe they did, yes.
Yes.
It is quite the emotional roller coaster, and like I told you, very long form content. The finale of season 4 is 2 hours and 22 minutes.
I watch D&D streams weekly.
Oh no, that's why I'm just like, you're gonna fucking love the fact that literally the last 3 episodes of the show is like a collective 5.5 hours.
Oh, so it's just Fellowship and Two Towers. That's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I fucking did it in an afternoon, so.
Pardon.
But yeah, like, so the first season is actually, obviously the first season just kind of hits different than all of the others. There was a lot of shit still being established, like we were still getting to know all of these characters, and
Except Barbara.
I don't want to talk about it. It's
no one wants to talk about
it's
it.
upsetting. It's just like, man, she really, like, she did get justice, but in the end she didn't, because no one really knew her parents didn't get to know the actual fucking truth of what happened. The only truth that she got was that Hawkins was pretty much responsible for it.
Yeah, it's just the fucking episode tier. Here's the best character in the series. Oh, and she's gone.
Yeah, that theme continues throughout the entire show. So
it really does.
Like what? Second season? Fucking spoilers once again. Second season, it's Bob. You know.
Yeah, but it wasn't second episode. It was
no, but
pretty
it's just
late.
it's just like here's a character that you're gonna fall in love with immediately, and you're gonna be ripped away from this character before this season is over. You know, fucking third season, it's Alexei, the Russian nerd dude.
He just wants to experience America.
Yeah.
He goes to a carnival.
And gets
he got a big ass plushie, like,
and then he gets gunned down. Well, I mean, I guess that is pretty current day America. Too dark?
Damn, I can't see. Someone turn on a light. Fuck, dude. But
just don't look at the muzzle flash.
you know, at least it happened at a carnival and not at a school. That's the only reason it would be darker. But anyways,
man,
walking away from that statement.
Actually, speaking of that, no more like completely like setting the jokes down at the moment. I was actually like kind of scared because season 4 opens with a warning.
Oh, like a content warning?
Yes, because the first season, the 4th season of Stranger Things came out, I think it was like a week or 2 after the incident in Uvalde.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, it depicts the opening of the episode depicts a lot of, well, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. There's a lot of dead kids in the opening. So they were just like, hey, just to, give you guys a heads up, like, this scene was shot an entire year before it was released. And, due to the recent events in Uvalde, Texas, some people may find the opening scene of this episode hard to watch.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So they had to...
Well, at least I know.
Yeah, they had to put up a content warning. But... Yeah, so I was like a little bit scared. I was just like, oh shit, are they gonna like does this season open with a school shooting? Just to clarify, it is not that at all. It's just there's a lot of dead children.
It might be Netflix, but it's not fucking Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah.
Which I finally watched that. Holy shit.
Is it a piece of shit?
It's got some really interesting elements, but it's mostly garbo.
Yep. Tracks.
Yeah. So, detour aside, getting back into it. Fucking, but yeah, fucking season 3 with Alexi, I'm so sad. The man, the only thing he didn't get to experience in true American fashion, a deep fried Twinkie.
Yeah.
I feel bad for that man.
Man, that sucks. Also, one of the things that I want to point out about this show, I don't think we're going to be able to do a season-by-season breakdown. There's just too much to cover.
Too many jokes to be had.
Yeah, seriously. One of the things that I love about this show is how every season they have dedicated themselves to getting a different, like, 80s Titan cameo. You know what I mean? Like, someone that's just gonna, instantly fucking spark, recognition. In the first season, I would, obviously you've got fucking Winona Ryder.
Well, yeah.
Like, she's a constant throughout the whole series, but, like, this was, like, in this one, it was particularly her in the spotlight as far as, like, the 80s talent. Mm-hmm. And I also learned that the guy who plays Dr. Brenner, Matthew Modine, in his younger days, he played a character by the name of Private Joker.
Where?
Full Metal Jacket.
Oh!
Alongside the Kingpin, Vincent D'Onofrio, as Private Pyle.
Gomer Pyle!
Yep.
Oh my god. I completely forgot. Like, it's been a while since I've seen Full Metal Jacket.
Oh yeah, it's been a while since I mean, you really only need to see it once. Let's be real here. Like,
yeah, there's a couple of movies from like that time and like a few years afterwards.
Oh yeah, like there's a handful of movies out there that are like, these are movies that, like, if you're a film person, you definitely need to see these movies, but you only need to see them once.
Looking at you, Requiem for a Dream.
Fucking Clockwork Orange is up there too.
Oh, 100%.
But yeah, Requiem for a Dream, holy shit.
That's like pinnacle of like amazing cinema, but you can only watch it once. If you watch it more than that, especially if
you'll
it's
be
like
swinging from
an
the
annual
rafters
thing
by the time you watch it.
Bruh, if your idea of like a fun annual thing of like, oh yeah, let's all get together around the campfire and watch Requiem for a Dream.
Seek help.
First of all, you're a psychopath. Second of all, don't at me. Like, I just, like, I'm sure you have ways of finding me. Please don't. I don't need that right now.
So, I have my theories about next season. And for reasons that I'm not sure I can divulge.
What, did you sleep with one of the Duffer brothers?
No.
Or both?
But it was magical.
Please tell me you got that magical mustache. Right? Like that DBC abridged thing. Mustache.
Oh my fucking god.
Anyways, moving on.
Anyways, but so, dude, like, there are some things that happened over the course of season 4 that are leading me to believe that Jonathan is not going to make it to the end of the series.
Buyers?
Yeah.
I will be upset, but I'm interested. What, lay it on me?
So the reason I'm saying this is they seem to be lying, putting it down the groundwork for a potential reunion between Steve and Nancy. Like, they are very strongly implying it. But they're also kind of they are giving us all of the ingredients that should lead to a breakup between Nancy and Jonathan. But I can't see a reunion between Nancy and Steve without there being some weird resentfulness that would be very poorly resolved before the series ended in the 5th season.
Okay.
So I think one of the only ways to potentially create that opening for Steve and Nancy to get back together is for Jonathan to potentially die.
Yikes. Although if he's going out, he better go out in a blaze of glory.
Oh fuck yeah, literally, because he's a huge fucking stoner now.
Oh no.
Oh dude, it's so good. But yeah, like, that's another thing. I'm very happy that they haven't killed off any of, like, the main characters. Like, as far as, like, you know, like, the kids and, I guess, the teenage cast as well. I'm glad that they haven't killed off any of them, but I'm also surprised that they haven't. Because there have been plenty of opportunities to axe off at least one of them.
How fucked do you think it would be if they finish up season 5 with, like, just one after another, just going through the whole cast until it's finally Vecna versus 11, and then 11 just takes them both out?
I mean, that seems kind of like what... That seems almost like what Vecna wants. Is to pick off all of 11's friends and family, and then finally 11. You know, because as was established in the 3rd season, the Mind Flayer and the Upside Down have a very big grudge against 11. So it would make sense that Vecna, being a being of the Upside Down, considering it's a hive mind, would share that same grudge. So, bada bing, bada boom.
Yes.
Yeah, this show is so fucking well done. Like, I was admiring, like, oh god, I better get this fucking terminology right, or I am never gonna hear the end of it. I believe it's the set decoration of this show, and just the production design in general.
Would that be considered set dressing?
Fuck, I don't know. I wish we could phone a friend right now, but they're not available.
Oh, what, is she not up, or is she
just not like... online as far as I can see?
Wow, rude. Fucking, she's been partying lately. Good for her. My headset is dying.
Things need to be plugged in.
Damn you, battery operated thingamajigs.
But yeah, just the overall production design of this show blows me the fuck away. The fact that we have these full sets that have been recreated to almost perfectly reflect what they looked like back in, what is it, 83 to 86 we're in now in the show?
84 to 86.
84 to 86.
I'm pretty sure season 1 takes place in 84.
Let's see. I mean, we have the fucking
I'm working on
November
it.
1983.
November 83.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah. 83 is chapter 1,
yeah, because it goes through like Christmas time.
Yeah, exactly.
I knew that.
But God, just this show really does a very good job of replicating the 80s. Like, which is insane because the Duffer Brothers were born in 84. So basically, this movie isn't necessarily a tribute to the 80s. It is a tribute to, like, 80s movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like, if you sit down and, say, watch Real Science, and then sit down and watch a couple of episodes of Stranger Things, you're going to get kind of the same feeling from the set decoration and everything.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot praise this show enough for what they have done with making this legitimately feel like a property from the 80s. And another thing that I really have to give props to is the composer of this fucking series. Or actually, it's composers. There's two of them. The work that they do with a fucking synth is just majestic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously I love the licensed tracks that they use in this show because it's music that I listen to normally.
Yeah, can confirm.
But like, when it comes to like the original soundtrack for this show, I fucking love it too because it's so good. It's so fucking good. Oh man, dude, I could literally go on for days about this fucking show. And it's like everybody, and I know probably a lot of the people listening to this are probably like, yeah, fucker, we know. We watched it years ago. You're just now getting here, you fucking idiots.
Like, bro, we got into it in 2016. You're fucking 6 years late, my guy.
Dude, I really am. Holy shit.
Yeah, July 15th, 2016 is when the first season premiered.
Yeah, so
yeah.
One of the things that actually took me a little bit of getting used to when it came to season 4 was how much older everybody was. Because everybody is a tad older than the characters they are supposed to be, playing now. Because due to season 4's production getting delayed due to COVID, yeah, everybody's 2 years older than they're supposed to be. Which I think is fucking hilarious for some parts, because it's like, there's certain scenes where they're supposed to be acting like, I think, freshmen, I think?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Like, they're supposed to be freshmen in high school, but they're clearly the age of, like, sophomores and juniors. It is the funniest fucking shit, dudes.
They got blipped. Fucking it's shit like that shit like that just like I don't know why it just pops into my head of like the Family Guy bit. Hey Bobby, you wanna go play some baseball? Excuse me, I'm gonna go masturbate.
That's literally dude, especially in Will's case, man. Like, the fucking Noah Schnapp, the guy who plays Will, puberty hit him like a brick fucking house, dude. Like, everybody else has, like, been very, like, slowly, been developing into puberty. No, fucking Noah Schnapp's voice literally went from fucking, literally the Family Guy thing you just did. Like, I'm pretty sure he has the deepest voice out of the entire group.
It's kind of funny and kind of ironic, because like, isn't he supposed to be like the kind of the one who won't let go, or is like trying to preserve what they used to have?
Yes.
Because like the rest of them are getting older, they're getting girlfriends, they're getting a lot more into the usual teenage boy stuff. And he's just like, come on, guys, will the wise?
Well,
Hello?
I mean, you also have
Please
to
don't leave me
you
here.
also have to remember that by the time season 4 rolls around, he doesn't live in Hawkins anymore.
Yeah, that's fair.
Him and his family, they took off to California.
Well, I mean, after the events of the first 2 seasons, I can imagine why.
You mean 3?
3, yeah, fair, 3. But I was mostly talking about like the immediate possession.
Yes, with Will being the catalyst for the first 2 seasons. Yeah, see, that was something that I was actually worried about with the 3rd season. The day before we started the 3rd season, I was sitting there, I was going like, I really like the show, I really dig it, but I really hope they don't make Will, like, the catalyst for this season again, because that formula, I'm not gonna lie, if they do it for the 3rd time, it's gonna be getting old. And I'm really glad that they didn't do that direction. Yes, he was still getting, like, warning signs, kind of like a spider sense about it.
Yeah.
But he, this time, was not one of the flayed. Which, oh my god, that fucking reminds me. The fucking body horror that is the Mind Flayer.
Oh, I love it.
You know me, I am typically not a huge fan of body horror. I loved this.
Yeah, I love it. If you get a chance to look like behind the scenes and like all the technical aspects of like how they came up with the meat mound, as it were, like, bruh, liquefying the rat and like making that shit slush around to go back to Mother Base. Fucking like they had to compile like 3 different fucking physics programs to give it just enough in there to really make it good.
Oh yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is some next level fucking grossness. Like, it is a mix of God, I don't even know what to call it. It's like a mix of like Slither and like The Shunting.
I still haven't seen that movie, but I know what you're talking about.
Have you watched the kill count?
I want to see that shit. I remember he heavily censored that shit.
But it's still, you get the gist.
I get the jizz, yes.
That's called the money shot.
Things that make you go, buh.
Not the ranch dressing.
Oh, no. Stop it.
Blue cheese?
No. Moving on.
Anyways.
We are moving on, goddammit.
There's not enough tits in Star Wars. Moving on.
You're not wrong.
Anyways, getting back to the topic at hand. Yeah, I absolutely love just the... I also really love the evolution of the violence in this show. Like, the most violent that we got in the first season was 11 fucking basically pulling a Scarlet Witch on a room full of people.
Yeah.
Like, speaking of, we're talking about that movie, she literally does the same thing, but somehow less graphic.
Yeah, just a little more crunchy.
and snapping someone's neck with a motion of her own.
Yep.
Like, I think, and yeah, because like even when it came to the Demogorgon deaths, it was all off screen.
For the most part, yeah. Like we saw a little bit of it that was then expanded on in the first episode of season 2 when you see her like really blow that thing away and then come back in the Upside Down.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, yeah, the transition from first to second season is like there's a big jump.
Yeah, there's a huge jump in the graphic nature. Like, it gets kind of like, dude, and the thing that I really loved about this season was the fucking like the Exorcist fucking inspiration that they took from it. Like,
yeah.
oh my fucking god, I haven't been that genuinely unnerved by a possession story since the first Paranormal Activity.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my god. That, and it's just like, yeah, it just the evolution of the violence and the monsters, and fucking learning at the end of season 3 that a Demodog is just a stage of evolution before full-blown Demogorgon.
Doug Demodog, the owner of the Dimsdale
Dude,
Demodog.
I made that joke so many fucking times.
Yeah, but we didn't have it on recording.
Timmy Turner, my name is Doug Dimmadale, Dimmadug, Doug Dimmadome.
Owner of the banner.
God damn it.
Anyways.
Fucking Doug Dimmadome. Owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
You were correct. I wish my father was here.
God damn it.
I ain't seen that motherfucker in 29 years.
Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ.
Left for milk and cigarettes, and he's lactose intolerant with emphysema. I don't get it. But yeah, this is the dumbest shit that's come out of my mouth in fucking weeks.
Apparently, milk and cigarettes is code for the waitress at Tiki Lounge.
Oh, breathe.
Look, man, at least it's not like Tiger Woods picking up Denny's waitresses.
Anyway, hang on.
What?
Palate closer.
What the fuck was that?
I'll explain later.
Ladies and gentlemen, my ass.
I'm pretty sure we've actually heard your ass do that before.
Yeah.
Where?
Oh, shit. Fuck.
Obscure references that nobody is going to understand.
Anyways, back to the topic at hand. Like,
back to chaos.
God, I don't even know. I don't even know where to fucking continue. You know what I mean? Because it's just, there's so much to cover with this show. Like, okay.
I love.
So, one of the things that I did actually want to bring up while we were talking about this show is the controversial season 2, episode 7, The Lost Sister.
Oh, yeah.
So, I can understand why people see that episode as, like, completely pointless. However, I see it as it was probably an idea that was supposed to be probably maybe 2 or 3 episodes. And it was essentially Eleven's, like, Empire Strikes Back and, like Batman Begins or even the Batman, like, because I can totally see that's what a lot of that was like, she's learning her powers. She's learning to control them better. And at the same time, we get a little bit of Return of the Jedi, because it's basically she can, she basically has this choice of either kill this guy and fucking go to the dark side, essentially, or don't kill him and, use your powers for better.
Mm-hmm.
Don't kill him, kill the problem.
Yeah.
But it's like, the thing that does bother me about this episode is the fact that there's no there's no fucking, like, we never see those characters again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're there and gone.
Like, I think that's what my biggest problem with it is. And maybe that's why a lot of people consider it to be pointless. It's because we focus on these characters. Like, the season opens up with these characters.
Mm.
And then we don't see them again until episode 7. And then they're gone after that episode.
I actually feel like a piece of what they were trying to convey are there's more people with more types of powers, as well as, like introducing this ragtag and whatnot. But yeah, they didn't really do much with them, and one of the reasons why I don't think we ever see them again is because of the backlash that we got. Duffer Brothers are just like,
all right,
we tried a thing, it didn't go over well. Fuck it, scrap it. Work something else.
Yeah, no, they doubled down on that in the opening of season 4 as well.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Yeah. Do you care if I elaborate or?
Let's finish the thought, and then we'll get into
okay.
it. So my whole thing, so I don't have any problem with the episode itself, because there is some stuff that does pertain to, like, the outcome at the end of season 2, mostly 11 figuring out how to go Hulk,
right?
Which is I feel like a very apt description, because isn't the entire thing like harness your anger to get more powerful?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, so she's able to figure out how to go Hulk, which helped with everything at the end of season 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't feel like the episode was pointless. I think, yeah, it just wasn't expanded on in a good way. It was there and gone. Which, had they gone over, like, maybe 2 or 3 episodes in total, then that would have been better. Or, like, kind of giving that choice initially, and having that, dark side versus light side choice.
Right.
Like, to a lesser degree. Like, with, the only thing that comes to mind is, like, unfortunately, like, towards an animal, not a person.
Right.
Like a rat or something like that. And then, as over the course of the next episode, that's when we get the climax of, this is the guy.
Yeah.
And then having that choice, and then, like, even instead of just like, no, I'm not doing that. Oh, so you're gonna disobey me? Yeah. You're not cool anymore. Go on, shoo. Door's over there. And then just kind of, like, going back to whatever. Like, had they actually had, like, some like,
kind of
some
conflict.
big moment that would further justify, like, the tension and, the, like, leaving on, like, had they left on bad terms because of something like that, that feels a little more rewarded from a viewer's perspective than just, yeah, I need people to listen to me. You're not listening to me. Bye.
Yeah.
And then just that's that, and then they're nowhere to be seen after that.
Right.
Like, at least then we'll have a reason for not seeing them again. And then with that, probably have had a better reaction and gotten the what honestly seems like like set up for a spinoff.
Oh, like following the other kids or following that group in particular?
Following that group in particular as a side story.
Potentially.
Like kind of like how like Rogue One, Star Wars side story or whatever.
Right.
Or whatever other example you can think of where it's just like, hey, here's a main thing. Oh, hey, these people love these characters. Here's a side thing, and then being able to expand on that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's that might have been the thought process. I honestly haven't I haven't done any deep dives into any of this since it first came out, so I legit don't remember.
Right.
So that may be a thing that's well known and I'm just forgetting. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the intention was with these characters other than giving 11 someone who can actually, level with her and, teach her that, because there's got to be someone out there who can teach her how to use her powers because, the only other person is dead.
Yeah.
So, I could understand that character being used for that, but it's like they introduced a potential conflict, but it's not even really a conflict. It's just like, well, I mean, you can either stay with us and, fucking get revenge for what your mom did or for what happened to your mom, or, you can go back and help your friends and be a nobody. And it's like, that's not really, it's not a really big ultimatum you're giving us here. You know what I mean? Ultimatums are supposed to be, I don't know, ultimatomy? I'm really fucking losing it here. We're recording this later than we normally record podcasts.
Yeah. Which we should be probably wrapping up soon because I have court tomorrow.
Yeah. Bottom line, the episode's not as bad as it's made out to be, but I can definitely see where improvements could have been made to it.
Yeah. It's a weird puzzle piece that doesn't quite fit, but trying to make it fit anyways.
Right. And who knows, those characters might come back into play, like, in the final season, because they could still be out there. I mean, I can't imagine the one girl who can make people see whatever the fuck they want. Like, I can't imagine that she could be kept in jail very long.
Yeah, probably not.
So, maybe she'll come back around. Who knows? But yeah, that was a very fucking scatterbrained conversation on fucking Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness and the first 2 seasons of Stranger Things. Because oddly enough, we did keep the conversation kind of isolated to the first 2 seasons somehow.
Yeah.
So I don't know how we managed to do that, but we did. So this is the point in the show where we fucking plug things. Fish, go for it. Swim.
Before I do, I just gotta throw one thing out there. My prediction for season 5, number 8, is going to come back. She's going to be a minor antagonist, carrying a demodog with a very conspicuous mohawk. That's the end of that sentence. You can find me on Twitter at FishKidMal. I stream on Twitch, and I do D&D streams with a group called 4 Initiative. We're on Twitch at stream 4 Initiative, as well as the 4 as well, Initiative on Twitter. So keep updated with what we're doing there.
All right, and yeah, I'm Kama. I do a lot. I do the things too. I stream every now and again. Twitch.tv/ComaCrazyGameTime. I retweet a lot of really either creepy artwork or stupid cat pictures. So if you want more of that in your life, follow me on Twitter at @crazygt. And yeah, I don't really have much in the works right now, but I mean, shit, you know what? I'll finally fucking talk about it. I've been way too secretive about everything that I fucking do at this point. Those of you who fucking know the old school FPS Doom, know it's a very moddable game, and it turns out it's actually very easy to mod. So as of right now, I'm working on a fucking Doom mod. It's gonna be, as of right now, my plan is to do a full 32 map, mod, like a complete, like, build maps from the ground up. As of right now, I have 4 solid ones, and I am taking the time to go through, rebuild those not as they currently are, but upgrade their structures, just kind of polish things off a little bit before I release an alpha sometime, hopefully this December. So yeah, that's really all I have, in the works right now. But yeah, until then, this has been the Derailed Podcast. I'm Kama, he's Fish, and we will see you guys next week.
Conspicuous Mohawks.